Hey everybody, Ron here with Solo Operative Games. Today, I'm at my table. You may notice a few things have changed. I have a new camera. Hello, camera. I have new lights. I have a new game. And I have... Oh, I can zoom and move around. A Stream Deck. Cool. Got a bunch of fun new toys for Christmas. This is my first time trying them out, recording a video. Hope it all goes well. Let me know if the audio, the lighting, and everything seems better. But let's get started. Today we're going to play My Lil Everdell. This is a game that just barely came out pretty recently, and it's a take on Everdell, maybe for your younger audience, or maybe even people who don't play board games all the time. So maybe an introduction to worker placement type thing. But I think it's great. I had my 6-year-old, remember how old he is, 6-year-old play this game. He loved it. The 11-year-old loved it, the 14-year-old loved it, and the both adults loved it. So if you like Everdell and you have young kids, or maybe people that don't like to play a heavier game, although Everdell's not heavy, but just more of a lighter game, My Lil Everdell might be for you. Let's talk about the game here. Now, this game, as with Everdell, comes with great components. These are actually little cardboard bins that store all the resources. There's no rocks. That resource has been eliminated from My Lil Everdell. You just have the 3. You have the berries, the wood, and the is it amber? No, it's not amber. What's that stuff called? Resin. There we go. Some kind of translucent orange thing. It's got some nice dice. It's got all the cool meeples. So this game comes with butterflies. It comes with foxes. Comes with like a lizard-looking guy. And it's got a mouse. All right, so you've got those 4 players. But there's nothing stopping you, if you like your meeples from Everdell, to bring those over and use those as well, if you have it. Then we've got a couple different things. So it is a much simpler version of Everdell. Again, there's less resources to worry about. You never have a hand of cards. Instead, you just have the common card market, that everything you build is going to come from that market. So let's get right into the rules. Then we're going to play a solo game. It does support up to 4 players, but it has a solo mode as well, which is great. It's got 2 different versions. One you're playing against Prince Pumpernickel, and the other one will be against Princess Periwinkle. And so I'm going to play against Pumpernickel today. The AI is super easy to run. They don't do a lot. They're not going to pose a huge challenge. You're trying to beat them, yes, but more of just getting a high score. Is how you're going to do it. So as far as setup, we're going to put all the components out as you see. As far as the 4 parade tiles, you're only going to use the ones valued 6 and 3 in the solo game. Multiplayer game, they go 6, 5, 4, 3, and it's just a race. First person to achieve those requirements gets the best one with the highest point value. You set up the dice equal the number of players. Since we're playing a solo versus an AI, we have 2. We set the moon in the first round, so there's going to be 4 total rounds there. And then we have a card market here. Let's see if we can get into the market. There we go. That's got 8 cards, and these are the cards we can buy. Now, each card has a type. They're going to be a building or a critter. You're going to have a requirements to build them. So this costs 1 resin, this costs 3 berries, 1 wood, and so forth. Point value in the top right. Artwork, color, and name in the middle. There's 5 colors in this one. And then some kind of action that they do when you build them, or how they activate. So the 5 colors, the first one, they're all going to be familiar to people that played Everdell. The green ones are like the farming or the producing cards. They're going to produce this resource when you buy them, and at the start of every round in the phase called Collect Goodies. So the green cards are really nice for getting an engine going, getting some resources. You've then got the black cards that also, I guess they're brown. They're going to give you also resources, but only 1 time. Just when you buy them, this pie shop gives you 2 of any resource. The blue cards are going to be an active effect that always trigger at some point. They're going to say, when you do this, get this type of thing. The red ones give you additional worker placement spots. If we notice, in the main board, there are, well, technically 1 worker placement spot for each player, plus 3 more back here that any number of meeples can go to just collect 1 resource. So that's not a lot, just 5 places in a solo game or a 2-player game. However, if you buy these red cards, they're going to allow you to have a personal, private worker placement spot that only you can go to, and they'll have some kind of reward. And then the last color is the purple ones. They are strictly endgame scoring cards, so you want to get a few of those to help your score. Okay, so that's the cards we have. Now let's talk about the phases of the game. The first thing you're going to do is determine the first player. They get the sun. In the solo game, you keep the sun the entire game. In a multiplayer game, it passes clockwise around the table. Actually, I think it's counterclockwise around the table, so last becomes first. The first phase then is to roll the dice. So we have 2 dice here, so we'll roll them and just put them in 2 of the worker placement spots. You can see that right now we've rolled get 1 of every resource or get 2 berries. So those are really nice ones. Once those are gone, then you're stuck just getting a single resource. All right, so after the dice are rolled, then you do the collect goodies phase. Now, we don't have any green cards in our tableau, so we'll skip this phase in this first round. After that, we take turns, each person playing 1 of their meeples onto a placement spot and collecting the rewards. After you place your meeple, you then can buy 1 card out of the market and pay for that with your resources, and either and then put it in your tableau and take any action. We go back and forth between each player until everyone has spent all of their meeples and done all their actions. At that point, we recall our meeples and do a cleanup phase where there's a few things that happen. The moon is going to move. The sun will rotate if you're not in a solo game. And you will check if the AI has triggered any of the parades. The normal players, you can trigger a parade at any time. And the parades have 5 buildings, have 5 critters, have 1 of every color, or have 3 of one particular color, not including green. So as soon as you satisfy one of those parades, you can take that tile. You can only get 1 of each. But the AI only checks if their parade tiles at the end of each round. All right, so that's pretty much it. Then we repeat that 4 times and calculate our score and see who's the winner. Now I want to talk, before we get into the solo game, there are a few other things. If you're playing against a younger player or a new player and you want to give them a little bit of competitive advantage or assistance, this game includes the captain and the fort. So there's basically a starting building and a starting critter. And those are just going to help a new player get into the game a little bit faster and maybe make up for it. It's like handicapping, basically, right? So the fort's going to give them a free resource every round where the captain gives them a point. So if you're finding that your players are playing well, they're just behind in points, maybe give them a captain to help them catch up. If they're just struggling to get resources and buy cards at all, maybe the fort, maybe both. The other thing it says, you could also give each new player 1 of each resource just to start the game out and give them a little bit of a handicap there. All right, so I think we're ready to start. Let's get into this mode here. And we've already rolled the dice, so we will go ahead into collect goodies. There's no goodies, so we'll go into the first actions placement spots. Let's look at the market before we get too started. There are a bunch of green cards, a farm that gives us a berry, an orchard that gives us a berry. That's pretty nice. And a doctor that gives us any resource, but he's a little more expensive, costs 2 berries. And then this pie shop we talked about gives us 2 of any resource. The kindergarten allows us to activate 2 green cards, so we're going to need 2 green cards before we even think about the kindergarten, really. This blue one says, after you play a critter, get a point. That one's pretty cool. And the school says, after you play a red, a blue, or a tan card, get a point. So those are point generators. The painter is an endgame 1 point for every building. So I think we should probably start getting an engine going. And the best one I see is the doctor, and he needs 2 berries. So I think that gives us our first action that we should do is to go get 2 berries. So we will do that. I normally would take the 2 berries, but I'm just go ahead and spend them immediately and grab the doctor. We'll just put them right into our tableau here. I'm actually starting at the bottom. Okay, so we have a doctor. Remember, the green cards trigger immediately, so we're going to get any 1 resource. And I will grab, well, we probably should look at the market and just see what's in demand. The other green card's either a wood or a resin. There's a lot of resin out here, so I think let's go for some resin. A free resource from our doctor. All right. So that is our turn, and we refill the market. This one is 2 berries for a resource every time you play a building. That is very nice. I love the shopkeeper. I think it's one of the most powerful cards. There's an identical one where it's a building that says every critter you play, you get a resource. Okay. So now we give Prince Pumpernickel a turn. He is always just going to take up worker placement spots that are available. So he's going to take up this nice one here. And he's going to just roll a die. And then whatever he rolls, he'll take that card. So he got a 7, which is the kindergarten. So the kindergarten is his. And he's just going to take 1 card every round. So he'll have a tableau of 12 cards. He does not take resources. He does not spend them. All he's caring about is points. And that's why it's not really a challenge. It's just kind of to give you a shot, a goal to reach as far as points. But there's nothing tricky he's really doing. All right, so we'll refresh that. That gave us a toy market, which is a worker placement spot to get 2 sticks. So that one's pretty nice. It's back to our turn. We don't really have many options. We can get a resource of any kind. And I think I want to get, I don't know, what's a good choice here? One of the other green ones may be nice, or do we start getting one of these? Well, we want to get the shopkeeper. That's one we really want to get. But that's going to take 2 berries. So I think we just now go get one of these that let us get a berry. And we already have that. Okay, that's not bad. Let's do this then. Let's go get a berry. Oops. New tools. Got to remember to zoom out. Like I see. So over here I got a berry. And then we're going to spend our resin to grab the farm. Farm is a building, and it gives us a berry. So now we have those 2 berries that we can go grab the shopkeeper, assuming Prince Pumpernickel doesn't grab it. And we should talk there about when you do play with little kids, because you don't have your own hand, it's a common market. A lot of times, like, little kids might see Berry Bear here and be like, I really want Berry Bear. Just because how cute he is. I don't care what he does. The problem is it's a common market, meaning any other player could just buy him before they get a chance to. So that can lead to tears. But you have to just kind of let people know, let your kids know if they're playing this. It is a common market. You don't have a reservation on any of these cards. They can disappear at any one moment. Really only bother looking at them when it's your turn. Okay, so we got our berry. Our turn is done. So Prince, if he has none of the nice places, he always just goes to the berry spot. It doesn't really matter because any number of workers can go to that spot. So it doesn't matter. And he's taking 7 again. All right, he got another toy maker. So he's going hard after the parade for 3 of the same color, it looks like. If he gets Berry Bear, he's going to win that one. All right, so we'll refresh here. Oh, the king. Let's go look at that one. So the king is, all he is 6 points, costs 4 berries. So he just points. So this is our last turn here. We're planning on spending our 2 berries, so it really doesn't matter what we want to get for next turn. I'm thinking resin still looks pretty nice. So let's get one of those. And then we'll spend our 2 berries to buy the shopkeeper. That's a critter again, but then after every building we play from now on, we get any resource we want. So that's going to be really great. Okay. Refresh. This one that came out is the conductor. He says after you play a building, get a star, or get a coin, basically. So the bank and the conductor are almost identical. One's a critter, one's a building. All right. Back up here for Prince Pumpernickel. We'll go get berries again. It says in the book, it says he eats a snack. And he got a 7. Oh no, he took the king. That is bad for us. That's 6 points for Prince Pumpernickel. Sounds pretty smart. The prince went and got his king, retrieved his king into his tableau. Okay, so we'll refresh here, and the juggler came out. That one's going to be after you get a parade, get 2 coins. So you want to get this early so that you can get the maximum 8 extra points if you can. All right. Everybody's spent their workers, so we do a recall, and everybody takes their workers back. All right, we're going to move the moon to round 2. And if we were in a multiplayer game, we would move the sun, but in this we do not. We just go back to phase 1, which was roll the dice. We have a 1 of everything again and a 2 berries again. Wasn't that the exact same thing we had last time? Okay, there are other things on these dice, but that's what we got. Okay, we go into the get goodies phase. Oops, go to the player board here. And we have 2 green cards. One gets us a berry, and one gets us anything we want. I want to get that conductor because he'll combo well with my shopkeeper. So he needs another berry. So we'll grab the berry from our doctor. Okay. And we get to go first. Where do we want to go? We could go get 2 berries, or we go get 1 of each. I think 1 of each makes more sense here. So, a resin, a wood, and a berry. Okay. And now we can buy 1 card. We'll go ahead and spend 2 of our berries to buy the conductor. All right, and that's a 3rd critter card. Oops, mark it. There we go, player. And this is a critter, so critter didn't trigger anything. But we are really nice. Every time we buy a building from here on out, we get a resource and a coin. That's pretty good. Okay, we'll go and refresh here. The air balloon says move 1 of your friends to activate a new location. So you can basically activate something twice, but it's only a one-time thing. And in the solo mode, you're never going to get these twice. So this is better when you have red cards, so you can move them between your own red cards. Yeah, so Prince Pumpernickel, he's going to take this one. And he's going to roll. He got a 7 again. I'm a king of rolling 7s, apparently. So he's going for critters now, too. And he's getting close to the 1 of each. He needs a green and a tan. Or 2 critters, or 1 red to get a parade for him. Okay. Refresh this card. It is the teacher. Pretty nice one. Gives you a coin and any resource, but it's fairly expensive. It's 3 berries to buy. Okay. Where do I want to go? I just get 1 resource. Doesn't really matter. We want to start, well, it's tough because I want to get my 5 critters, but the buildings now are better for me, right? Is there a blue building? A blue building would give me 3 blues, and there are 2 blue buildings. So I could get the school or the bank. Both of them are nice. And both of them I can afford. So it really doesn't matter where I go. Let's just go get a berry, I think. All right, and we're gonna buy every critter is a coin, or all 3 of those cards are a coin. I think they go with the school. Now the problem is, am I gonna remember when I buy those cards in the future to get stuff? Who knows? All right, so a few things happened when we got to school. The first thing is a building, so we're gonna get a point. And we're going to get any resource we want. I think sticks make sense. Yeah, let's get a stick. So we didn't have any sticks. Okay, the other thing is we have 3 blue buildings. So we're going to go ahead and take this 3 of a kind parade. And add that just down here. You can put it anywhere, but this is a good place. Cool, so we got that before he was able to get his 3rd red, which is great. Okay, I think we're done with that, so we'll refresh. We got the dance floor. This is an end game score, 1 for every critter. So for us right now, it'd be worth 3 plus the 1. Oh, that's wrong. Hold on. I'll get used to this, guys. The dance floor is 1 point for every critter. So for me, it's 1 plus 3 critters is 4 points. Okay, so he's going to go here and roll the dice. He got a 4. Oh, he's taking that dance floor, which is also worth 4 for him. So that's tough for us. He's getting a lot of point cards. Maybe he will pose a challenge. When I played him a few times already, it wasn't even close. All right, so the party came out. That one is just get 2 resin immediately. You're just trading 2 sticks for 2 resin and getting a free point out of the deal. For us, we've got quite a few resources. We can almost afford anything out here. I think we want to get a red, blue, or brown, and we want to get a building. Are kind of what we're looking at. So the party or the pie shop would be pretty nice. We don't have a brown yet, so that would be nice. But then the bank sets us up to get points. Or the air balloon. Do you want to do the air balloon? No, we don't have anywhere to go. Okay. So let's go get a wood so that we can afford the party. Okay. Refill that real quick. Oh, I gotta pay for this thing. These cards go flying. New card is a maze. It just generates a coin. Okay. So the party gives us 2 resin right away. And then also now it is a building. So we're going to get a coin. And we're going to get any resource we want. Sounds like sticks are in the cards for us since we have none. And then our school, we played a tan card, so we get another point. We got a good engine going. I think it's going to work out pretty well for us. Okay, well, that's Mr. Prince Pumpernickel. Where are you going, my friend? He's got a 7, taking the teacher. All right, that is 4 critters for him, so if we want to get that critter parade, we would need to do it quick. And the map maker came out, which is a new worker space that copies any dice out there. So that can be pretty good. We need a red card and a purple card. So cool. All right, everybody has placed their workers. So let's go ahead and retrieve. All right, and then we'll move the moon and roll the dice. See how this game goes really quick. You can play it in probably half an hour solo if you're not recording, right? All right, so we got 2 resin or 2 of anything. That's pretty nice. Okay, where are we going to go? We want to get this painter, I think. So we need a berry. Oh no, we got collect goodies phase. I forgot collect goodies. So we get a berry automatically for our farm, and then we get 1 of any resource. I think we want another berry. Actually, we need to get the red and the purple are out. I'll take berries, so let's get that. Okay, now we can start going. So I think I'll go to this one. It's just all in all better. And we will let's get a wood and a berry just to keep a nice variety. And then we're going to buy the map maker, which is 2 berries. Whoa, berry bounce. Come back. All right. Maybe we should go to the bank before so we get something, because I don't think Critters gives us anything. Well, nope, we get a point because of our school. Cool. There are 5s available, so if we get too many, we can start changing out for 5s. The train says pay a resource and then get 2 of any resource. So let's just get a free resource. I don't think it's the greatest. And that was our full turn. Yes. Okay, so go up to Pumpernickel. He's going to take 2 resin spot and roll. He wants card 2. No, that's the painter. I wanted that. Look, he's got 3 purples. That is crazy. So he's going to take his parade. Just put them, we're going to put them up by his card maybe. And he's got 5 critters. So he gets the max 6 points. The critters. You can trigger. Oh, wait. Hold on. He doesn't get these until the end of the round. So I do have a chance to get that 5th critter before he's able to. So let's try and get that. Almost forgot. There is a variance. It says if the AI is too easy, then you can add things, and one of them is they get their parades immediately. I just want to play the standard base solo game just so you guys can get an idea and realize there are ways to make it a little more challenging. Okay, so for us, we have 4 critters, and he's about to trigger the 5. So we want to get a critter. We would like to get a purple, but there are no purple. So our critter choices here are the glass clipper, that uses 2 of our greens. We have 2 okay greens, or the berry bear, which just gives us 2 berries. I think the glass clipper is better because our doctor lets us pick any resource. And we have everything we need from that. And I do find that you get to this point where you have more resources than you know what to do with. And at that point, the game is a little bit, I don't know. We're halfway through, right? And the resources are just kind of, at this point, not really interesting. So let's put our fox down here on our map maker, which lets us copy any die. We'll copy the 2 of any resource die that we're already on, and we'll get a wood and a berry. And then we'll go ahead and buy the glass clipper for 2 berries. Okay. Oh, and a zip line came out. Another purple card. Maybe we can get that next. 1 for every brown. It's not the best purple we could get, but it is a purple. But we now have 5 critters, so we're going to trigger that before him. Haha. And do we have 1 of each? No, we're just missing purple, and we've only got 3 buildings. But he's only got 2, so we're good. We're good on those, as long as he doesn't draft a tan black. So as long as he gets the pie shop or the air balloon, we should be okay. All right, so he'll go get a snack, and darn it, he got the pie shop. Okay, so that means at the end of the round, he's also going to get the 1 of each. So he's going to get 3 parades in 1 round. So we need to get 1 of each, which is just a purple, right? Green, blue, black, red. Yeah, if we get this zip line, we're covered. And it is our turn after we refresh the market. The swimming hole, we'll zoom in on that. For each, this one's one of the best cards in here if you can get it earlier. Each critter costs you 1 less berry. Almost all critters cost berries, so this is just a permanent reduction. And you can get a ton of nice critters if they come out. But as I said, at the beginning it's really nice. At the end you have so many resources, doesn't really matter. Okay, so for us, we can go to our glass flipper thing here, and that lets us activate 2 of our greens. So we'll get a berry, and we'll get, the doctor gives us 1 of anything. I think we're about to spend 3 wood, so let's get a wood. Okay. And let's go to the market and buy the zip line for 3 wood. Okay. We'll slot it in there. Now a bunch of things happen again. It is our, we now have 1 of everything, so we're going to take this new parade. And then we are going to, it's a building, so it will give us a coin and any resource. So let's take another wood to give us a variety. All right, last chance for pumpernickel. Didn't need to refresh this. Oh, it's a much better one. 7 points. Very expensive. This one you actually need resources for, but 7 points. Let's hope he doesn't get it. No, he's taking the train. Where am I going to put this? He's going to get 12 cards, so it should fit there. Okay. That is the end of the round. We can see what the new card is. It's just a farmer. Produces more berries. Recall our workers. Mine don't have to come far because I've got so many nice places at home. Alrighty. But then at the end of the round, he's going to look at parades. So he satisfies the 3s. He's got 3 purples. And yeah, well, he'll get those for sure. He's got 1 of each. And he's got 5 critters. He's got 4 buildings. And we've got 4 buildings. So as long as we buy 1 building this round, we get all the nice parades. Okay. Round 4. Last round. Roll the dice. We've got 2 berries or 1 of everything. So we get to go first. I'll go get 1 of everything. And I think we should just buy the Evertree. That costs 3 wood. Oops. And 3 resin. And it's a cool 7 victory points. Awesome. Nothing happens when we buy purple, but we do get our building rewards, which is an extra victory point, and a resource, which we'll go ahead and get a... Just trying to figure out what's worth more. Probably the bank, actually, so let's grab a resin. Okay, and we get our last parade. All right, We got all the parades. Sorry, Prince. He is going to go block that space, and he's going to take card 5. It's the air balloon. Why are you taking 1-point cards, dude? Come on. He is going to get this at the end of the round. I'm just going to give it to him now, so don't forget. And back to us. We'll go to our copy of dice and get one of everything. There we go. And Pumpernickel will... Oh, I gotta buy a building, don't I? I was trying to get... I figured it's pretty much over here. Oh, what's the card? 0. Get a coin for each critter. That would be worth 5 points to us. I think it's gonna be better than the bank. So let's buy the coach for 3 berries. And that's immediately, so I don't know if he counts himself. I'm not sure on that. I could be making a rule wrong, but I don't think he counts himself. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm just going to take 5 points. So here's the 5s. Add that to our stash here. New card is the castle. It's 3 points by itself plus 1 point for every green. So that would be 5 for us. How many greens? He didn't have any green. Oh, he has 1 green, the train. Okay. What's he going to roll? He got a 4. He's taking the maze. Well, he made the castle worth more for him. But maze on its own, not worth a lot. Prince, I'm not sure what you're doing. You were doing so well when you grabbed that king, and must have been downhill from there. All right, Postal Pigeon came out. It's the same thing. Pay a resource, get 2. And so we will go to the Grass Clipper, activate our 2 greens. 1 is a berry. 1 is any resource. I want a wood. And we'll go ahead and buy the castle. So that costs 2 wood, 2 resin. Castle's going to give us just 2 points plus the 3. It's 5 points, not bad. But it is a building, so that gives us a point. And it gives us any resource. Doesn't matter. I don't think resources are worth anything at the end of the game. They might be. I'll have to check the rules real quick. All right, so we get the Prince's last turn. He is going to go get a snack, and 5. He's taking the jail. After you play a critter, get any resource. So that is equivalent to the shopkeeper, just the building form of that. And that is the end of the game. All right, let's score it. So the first thing we're going to do is go to our board. Oops, that one is our board. Let's just count up our points on cards first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. All right, then points on purple cards. We have 2 for the zip line, so that's 28. And then 2 for the castle, that's 30. All right, and then we add these, 35, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 42. Cool. And then last parades, we got 24 in parades, so that is 68 points, final score. Let me check real quick just to see if resources are worth anything. I don't remember. Oh yeah, so every 2 resources is a point. So we're at 42 plus 24. It's actually 66, 67, 68. I might have misspoken. 68 is our final score after trading in our resources. As for Prince, he's got 3, 5, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And then he's going to get 1 for every card, because he's got 1 for every critter and 1 for every building. So that's 12 more. So 35. And that's all his purples. So then it's just these, which is another 12. Oh, man. Let's do that again. Let's show him again. So 3, 5, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Plus 1 for a critter, 1 for a building is 12 more. So 35. I think I just got different numbers there. Plus 12 more for his parades is 47. So final score of 68-47. Again, for an experienced player in worker placement, he's not going to pose much of a threat. There are a few ways to make him more difficult, but still, I don't consider this a beating an AI. It's more about what's the high score you can get, and 68 points, pretty good. I think I'm always averaging in the high 60s in this game, playing solo. So that is My Lil Everdell. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the game and the review, as far as the new equipment and the new camera and everything, how it's going. And I hope to make more videos, and I hope you watch. So subscribe and like and all that jazz. See you next time. Bye.